$500,000. This is what some cancer patients would need to save, to save their lives.
Yeah, and since most people don't have $500,000 to just hand over, this morning we're here to show you how doctors are hoping a clinical trial at Ben Taub Hospital will prove that a new treatment works, and it's worth getting pharmaceutical companies to help cover the cost. Doctors Martha Mims and Pramal Lula are working on a clinical trial inside Ben Taub Hospital to make cellular immunotherapy more accessible to their patients.
We take out T cells from patients. We in some way train them to go after the cancer cells and then infuse them back to the patients. And through that process, we get to see what happens to the patients. We get to see how the cells worked, what they did. And of course, we really hope that it takes care of their cancer. Our first results were very exciting, so we decided to expand the cohorts. And one of the first places we looked was at Ben Taub because there was a need.
Why was there a need here at Ben Taub?
Well, our patients don't have the same access to care that all the other patients in the community have.
While all 30 patients in the study are a mix of insured, underinsured, and uninsured, all have multiple myeloma.
These patients have problems with their bones because the tumor can eat away at their bones, their calcium levels, the antibodies can cause problems with their kidneys, a whole host of problems.
Zella Duckworth and Javier Perez both agreed to enroll when they had horrible symptoms that weren't responding to other treatments.
I was having the bone infection, just, it was out of control. I mean, what it's doing, just weeping and weeping, 24/7 from weeping fluid.
My back and my whole body just in pain, could barely walk. And then I got to where it wasn't working, anything wasn't working anymore. So then I had two options. And I choose this. I said, well, I'll try the trial because I didn't want to do the other.
Because I'm sure you were starting to wonder, like, if this doesn't work, what happens next, right?
It was always in the back of my mind, like, I can't go back to work because I can't function, so I can get insurance.
It didn't seem like there were other good options.
There was an option. That's what I'm just so blessed.
I think that's true.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
He considers himself blessed because after just one injection of the T cells,
your labs look great.
Ooh.
And your last bone marrow exam was completely normal, which is good.
They don't see it anymore.
Really?
I've had test after test, and they don't see it anymore.
How does that make you feel?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
You could feel better after the first one?
Absolutely, yeah. Wow. That's why I was like, wow, I forgot how it felt.
How good it feels to feel good.
Be normal. Yes.
While that's amazing for them, this treatment is inaccessible for many.
It's a one-time treatment, and it is about $500,000.
$500,000. Nobody has $500,000 in their bank account to hand over when their life depends on it. What do they do? What kind of choice do they have to make?
We do the best we can without that therapy, but it's better to have it, obviously. And so, we're trying to move forward. We're trying to be sure that everyone in our community has the same access.
The good news is health insurance will pay for it because it's FDA approved. It is for that gap patients where you don't have insurance or are underinsured, where programs like an expanded access program that the company will bear the cost of it would be helpful. One of the companies that makes the CAR T-cell product does offer it to patients who don't have health insurance and will cover the cost of the drug. My hope is that more companies will look upon that as an example and say, okay, well, we know that there are patients who could be cured with this therapeutic, and we want to offer it to everybody, and so we will make arrangements to have it free or at cost to those patients. So seeing this example, hopefully others will follow suit, and that way the access can broaden, which is really our goal.
Helpful for the patients like Zella and Javier, whose lives were dependent on it.
Now, I don't take any meds now.
Really?
I don't take any meds. I'm back going to the gym. I'm back walking. I'm back doing better. I still have a little more things going on. I'm not really totally myself, but I'm a whole lot 100% better than what I was.
You feel stronger.
Stronger,
nice.
Look better.
You look amazing.
My weight, I'm not as,
Nobody will question that you do not look amazing.
I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like what I've been through. We'll say that.
Great. And so now the plans moving forward is the next clinical trial is going to open for lymphoma patients, and then following that for leukemia. So the doctors at Ben Taub are making great strides with multiple myeloma while also focusing on a variety of cancers that impact their patients.
Yeah, certainly the type of story that reminds us of why we do what we do, right? Being able to share this information with others and hoping that more people can access it at some point is really incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, their goal is to get the pharmaceutical companies to open up more expanded access programs so that the uninsured and underinsured patients that they're treating can have the same access to these cutting edge resources that most of our community does.
And having conversations like this certainly does help.
Yeah.